Hello everybody, it's me, Dana, with your weekly intuitive reading and guidance for May 21st through to May 26th. I'm a day late getting up here. It was the long weekend here. Not sure if it was the long weekend where you are, but the energy of getting back into a routine just seemed very reluctant in my world. Anyways. What I've been picking up for the last little while was that big things were going to be shifting and transforming. Like it really is a year of transformation, 2013. And in a lot of areas that a lot of us didn't see coming. And those big changes have been coming up in our face in the last week for a lot of people. Now, some of us are experiencing high and low emotions with these changes, and it's easy to get on that, whoa, it'll never be like this again, emotional roller coaster. And hey, a good cry is okay now and then. It helps cleanse out things. But don't stay down there and focus on the sadness of something never being the same again, because that's just silly. Everything changes. Constantly. We are constantly evolving. The caterpillar may not know that it's turning into a butterfly, but it is. You may think it's the end of the world. It's just getting so tight in here. It's so tight. Yeah, that's those wings you were growing. And to make room for those wings, we have to peel away some things that have been holding us back and suffocating us. And a lot of those things are our own thoughts. You bring about what you think about. Careful what you wish for. All of these things hold a very, very true power and meaning to them. Because if you are always focused on everything that always goes wrong, that's why everything always goes wrong, because that's where your thoughts are, and that's the reality that therefore you create. So, I hate to break it to you, but if you are not in the greatest situation, you gotta take some responsibility for where you are, okay? A lot of us can be shift things into great areas in our parts of our lives, and then other parts seem stuck. Well, that tells you there is a deep-rooted issue from a little further back that you need to address. You have a belief about something that holds you back, and that's what a limiting belief is. So a lot of us are being faced with our limiting beliefs. We're having obstacles removed for us, and we're going, oh, okay, I could do what I wanted to do now. Oh, now I have no more excuses. And then a lot of us get scared and go, oh, I'm not ready. I can't do it. I'm not ready. Well, that feeling in your stomach, that fear of, oh my God, I'm scared, is also the same feeling that you get in your stomach when you are about to get on the roller coaster. And you go, oh my God, I'm so excited. Or when you wake up in the morning and there's something happening that day that you've been looking forward to for quite some time, and you're excited and you can't wait, and you're like, oh my God, here it comes. You're so excited. Well, that's the same feeling in our body. So we need to focus on that feeling in the positive way, okay? I'm going to pull 3 decks, or 3 cards from the fairies this morning, and see what they have to tell us for the rest of the week. First card, the Queen of Shadows. Okay, number 8. I will read from the book on these ones because I'm not familiar with them. But to me, this is about letting go of some of those shadowing thoughts and those things that, hold us back. The next card is the Heartless Love. This tells me that some of us may be involved in relationships or events or workplaces or projects or things that really our heart isn't in it, and we are just going through the motions, and we are doing this either because we don't believe ourselves that we deserve better, or we're just being lazy, or we're not moving forward. But something has to be shifting here, and people need to be aware of. Sometimes if you're just in it because you're going through the motions, that isn't exactly just being nice. You know, there's an awful lot of people that I pick up that are in relationships that are like, yeah, okay, it's, you know, it's yeah, it's good, they're great, you know, they'll do for now. And I think a lot of these things are coming to endings. All right, and because they're not serving you or the other person. And it's time to shift and make some changes. The shapeshifter. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to read what these say from the fairy deck. Number 8, the Queen of Shadows. Introspection, acknowledgement, and balance. The Queen of Shadows is the queen of introspection. Right? So we've been going in and going, hey, do I want this? Yes, no. Do I need to let this go? Okay. She asks you to stop and be still and take a long look at who you are, the shadow side of yourself as well as the side that stands revealed in the sun. Who are you? What aspects of yourself hide in the shadows? What would you prefer to keep hidden from the world at large? And when you can face those things and stop hiding them, you're going to do some shape-shifting, I tell you. Take a look. You may find parts of your nature that were placed in shadow years ago and now need to be brought into the light. You may find parts of yourself that are withering away from neglect, and you may find things that need to be acknowledged and left in the shadows. Facing a darkness, even one of your own making, can be a frightening and daunting experience. It can also be truly exhilarating and an important step on your way to becoming a complete person. That is, one who acknowledges the light and dark aspects of your psyche. So take a look at the parts of yourself that have been neglected for a long time, dust them off, and give them a little polish. They can always be returned to the shadows, but bring them out and acknowledge them first. Okay. Now that comes with a lot of people. People will put parts of themselves on hold, their interests and things, because they're in a relationship with somebody who isn't interested in those things. So that we put ourselves and things that we like or we want to explore on hold in order to nurture a relationship or in order to nurture a job or things like that. Well, it's time to sit down and take a good look at all of you. And there are some things maybe, and that comes with cleaning out those closets. When you clean out those closets, you might come across something that a long time ago you were so passionate about that you stuck away, and maybe it's time to take another look at it. Okay? So, the heartless love, number 23. Abandonment, heartbreak, false expectations. When we think of fairy, we often think of joy, beauty, healing, and love. But sometimes the concept of love, especially physical love or heart connection, is not what we would wish it to be. Fairies have a fascination for humans, just as we have a fascination for fairies. They don't always understand what our hearts need. To love a fairy can be a dangerous thing. They can appear to our sensibilities to be heartless or non-caring about relationships. They can love and leave, walking away from an entanglement while the one left behind feels abandonment and bereft. They don't understand that they could be the cause of heartbreak, or if they do understand, they don't care. People often wish for a fairy lover, but that isn't always a wise wish. If the heartless love turns up in a reading, look at your own relationships. Are you the heartless love? Is the person you are involved with taking that role? Where is the energy of your relationship going? Perhaps a bit of human compassion is needed. Now, sometimes we get into relationships and we know up front that they're not the greatest, the bestest for us, but there is something from that that we need to learn and have at the time. But don't stay stuck in a relationship like that for very long, okay? Because then really you are hurting yourself and the other person by holding on too long. And you're preventing both of you actually from growing and expanding and truly loving yourselves wholeheartedly. Number 14, the shapeshifter. Perception, illusion, truth within. Who is this man? Well, that's the problem, really. He is everything and nothing. He can change who and what he is to suit any situation and any relationship. In being all things to all people, he becomes as insubstantial as smoke. If you place your trust in someone like this, you may find yourself waking up with a stranger one day, not the person you thought you knew at all. A relationship with a shapeshifter is a frustrating experience. You will never be able to pin this person down. You will never be able to really know who this person is. And the sad thing is, he may not know who he is either. If you find yourself in a relationship like this, you could do worse than to ask the speaker of truth to help you out. By doing this, you may be able to find a path into the heart of this man, and you just may be able to help him find the truth within himself. You must ask yourself if it's worth the effort, and if the answer is yes, then be strong and courageous. Hold on to him as he shifts through his many shapes, and you may find yourself with a true man at the end. Okay, well, there we go. This kind of goes with the heartless love card. So some of us, we believe we're going to get to the root of who somebody is, and that there's something valuable and worth knowing there. Just realize that some people, that point never ever comes to be. So you yourself have to at some point realize that some things are worth the effort and some things are not. And if you're burning out and extremely frustrated and not receiving that much joy, happiness, and fulfillment from a relationship, then perhaps it's time to reward yourself with some solitude and some time to go within and focus on who you are and what really is and going to bring you that joy and happiness that you're searching for. This empty relationship is probably postponing you really getting to know yourself. That's my reading for the week. I know it's going to resonate with a lot of you because a lot of you are shedding off some very non-helpful and non-growing relationships, but it is a necessary stage. And a lot of us are just, it's not that the relationship was good or bad, it's just moving into another stage. Some people are going through the experience of having children leave home. Some people are going through the experience of we've been together for a really long time and there's nothing wrong, but there's really nothing right. And, you know, I need to explore some other avenues. And good luck on your exploration, as I'm not going to be going down the same path with you anymore. It doesn't have to be bad and ugly. It's just change. Okay? I myself have gone through some major transformations in the last little while. And in the midst of some big ones right now. So the emotional roller coaster, trying to keep it from going whoa into tidal waves. But give yourselves a break. It's an adjustment period, but it's a good adjustment period because a lot of those things we've been thinking would never ever come are just floating around on the fringe waiting for you to go, okay, letting this go, and then they're just going to go, yes, she's ready. He's ready. Finally, when you let that go, poof, the new stuff comes in. Let go, new stuff comes in. That's how it works. So, you don't want to be wearing the same outfit, same ideas, same thoughts and beliefs you were wearing 10 years ago, do you? No. That's it for me, everybody. I hope you have a great week. Smiles, everyone. It's me.